Hello students, this video lecture is on the subject Information Theory and Coding, and in this lecture series we'll give the introduction to error control codes, different types of errors and different types of codes. Introduction to error control codes. So in source coding, the messages from the information source are converted into the respective code alphabet or code symbols. There are different types of encoding algorithm used in this source coding, such as Shannon's algorithm, Shannon-Fano algorithm, Huffman codes, etc., where each message symbols are represented into a equivalent binary codes, quaternary codes or ternary codes irrespective of the algorithm used. So first type of source coding is the variable length codes. In variable length codes, the average length of the code words are varied to increase the coding efficiency. The drawback of variable length codes are single error affects more block codes. The data rates measured over the short period will fluctuate widely. So we go for the next type of coding, that is source coding, which is fixed length codes. The advantage of fixed length codes are single error will affect only that block of data which can be easily detected and corrected. For this, different error control coding techniques are used which rely on systematic addition of redundant symbols. So in error control codings, we are going to add the redundant bits in order to detect and correct the symbol errors. The two key parameters of cost-effective digital communication systems are the signal power and the channel bandwidth. The above two parameters along with the power spectral density of noise eta determines the bit signal energy to noise power ratio, that is EB by N. There are certain limitations for this as we have discussed in the channel module. In practice, it is impossible to provide the data quality required with any modulation technique. Hence, error control coding is the ultimate solution for this. Error control coding, it is the calculated use of redundancy. The block which does the addition of redundant bits is called as the channel encoder at the transmitter. The block which does the reverse process at the receiver is called as a channel decoder at the receiver. Therefore, error control coding is also sometimes referred to as channel encoding. Advantages are it improves the data quality. Second, it reduces the EB by N for a fixed bit error rate, which reduces the transmitted power and hence the hardware cost. The drawbacks or disadvantages are it increases the bandwidth, more complex due to the implementation of decoding operation in the receiver. Types of error control codes can be broadly classified into two categories. One is block code, the other is convolutional codes. So in the block codes, we are going to convert a k-bit message into a n-bit block code. Whereas in the convolutional code also you are going to convert the k bit into a n bit block code. But the major difference among these two types of error control coding are the block code is going to have no memory unit, which we'll see when we are going to draw the encoding circuits for block codes, and the convolutional code is going to have the memory unit, which also we'll discuss in the next module of your syllabus. Apart from these two categories, we can also categorize the error control codes as linear codes and non-linear code. So we'll see what are these two linear and non-linear codes when we are going to solve the problem. That is, linear code is going to satisfy the linearity property, which will tell when we are going to solve the problems later. Methods of controlling the errors. There are two methods for controlling the error. The first one is forward acting error correction method. The method of controlling the errors at the receiver through attempts to correct noise induced error is called as forward acting error correction method. The second is error detection method. In this method, the decoder examines the demodulator output, accepts the receiver sequence, matches with valid message sequence. If not matched, the decoder discards the received sequence and notifies the transmitter regarding the error and request for retransmission of the message till the correct sequence is received. Thus, the decoder attempts to detect the errors but does not attempt to correct it. So, error detection method, it is going to only detect the received sequence and it is not going to correct the errors, but it will ask for the retransmission of signal. Error detection method has less probability of error than error correction method. Error detection method requires the reverse channel and slows down the effective rate of data transmission. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of the error detection method. Types of errors. The two types of noise present in the channel are Gaussian noise and impulse noise. Hence, there are two types of errors due to these two types of noises. So, the first type of error is the random error. The transmission error that occur due to the presence of white Gaussian noise are referred to as a random errors. Sources of Gaussian noise include the thermal and shot noise in the transmitting and receiving equipment, thermal noise in the channel, and radiation picked up by the receiving antennas. The second type of error is the burst error. Impulse noise is categorized by a long quiet intervals followed by high amplitude noise burst. Example, noise due to lightning, transient switching, man-made noise, etc. When such noise burst occurs, they affect more than one cymbals and error caused is called as burst error. Now we'll see the first type of error control codes, which is the block code. Block code consists of n minus k number of check bits or redundant bits that is being added to the k number of information bits to form a n bit code words. There are n minus k number of check bits which are derived from k bits of information. At the receiver, the check bits are used to detect and correct the errors which may occur in the entire n-bit code words. So, linear block code, a channel encoder, a block of k bits of message is encoded into a block of n bits by adding n minus k number of check bits as shown in the figure. So, you will be having a channel encoder. So, you will have a channel encoder which receives k bits of information and converts it into a n bit code vector. Okay, how we are going to do this is, you will be having a message which is of size k bit, and you are going to get an output which will be of n bit. We'll see how it is going to have. So first you might have a message, then you might have the check bits, which totally forms a n bit vector, or you are going to have the check bit first. You will be having the check bit first and then the message. So now what is this message size is a k bit, and this check bit will be n minus k. Okay, similarly here you are going to have n minus k check bits, and you are going to have the k bit message to form a n bit vector. Okay, so this will be a n bit vector. So linear block codes basically takes in k bits of message and converts it into a n bit code vector by adding n minus k number of check bits. So n is usually greater than k such that the code formed is called n minus k block code. N minus k check bits are derived from k bits of message. A n minus k block code is said to be n minus k linear block code if it satisfies the condition below. That is, if C1 and C2 are any two code words belonging to n, k block codes, then if C1 XOR C2 is also an n-bit code word belonging to the same set of n minus k block code, then such code words or such block codes are called as n, k linear block code, where this XOR is nothing but mod 2 addition. So in basically mod 2 operation, it is XOR operation. So we are going to have 1 plus 1 is equal to 0, 0 plus 0 will be equal to 0, 0 plus 1 will be equal to 1, 1 plus 0 will be equal to 1. So this is nothing but your XOR operation. A n, k linear block code is said to be systematic if k bits of message appear either at the beginning of the code word or at the end of the code word, which is as shown in the figure mentioned above. That is, you might have the message first, you will have the message first, and then you might have n minus k check bits. This is one way of representing systematic code word. Or you might have n minus k check bit first, okay, n minus k bits first, and then you will have the message. So this type of code words are called as systematic code words.